Hey Ranger Nation, we're back with another review, and as soon as I reviewed all the other stuff, I went out and bought this guy because it felt wrong not having him in the collection. So this is me. I bought this one because he's really cool. So let's jump straight into review. If you like this video, then like, favorite, comment, and consider subscribing. Hit that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop, and let's have a look at him. So first of all, we see a lovely window display of Blaze, or cyber villain Blaze. I didn't realize he had his own kind of cheetah thing, his cheetah blaster. So I don't know if that's a thing later on, or they thought, let's put it with it. So you've got his sword, and then you've got the key that will go into the morpher. But I've got a feeling that it's going to sound exactly the same as what we've had already. I really love the packaging. There's Blaze there, and in here you see like the gorilla or something like that. Or is that could be Scrozzle? Is it on the other one? No, it doesn't. I don't see it in any other one, so that could just be a normal thing. Key, and then a picture of the morpher and key. On the back is literally just Blaze, just there. I think you could have had the Tronics in the background. That's kind of cool. And like we've seen on the others, you have all the Rangers, but he's been taken off, so that obviously he's there. So that's kind of really cool. On the bottom is just the barcode, so not really any important thing there, and then on the top there's absolutely nothing. So let's open up this bad boy and have a look inside. One thing with this is, rather than doing the same sort of thing I did with other figures where it's drop, I thought I'd just do it in one go. Now I will say I'm a little bit kind of with this one, only because I thought that with him being kind of a ranger villain type thing, that he would have ball joints just like the other Rangers, but he is very much like the bad guy. Now Hasbro have said that when it comes to bad guys, they wanted to have like not that much articulation with them. I think that with these guys, they should have had articulation. It would have made more sense. But that's a thing that I'm a bit meh about, but it's still a gorgeous looking figure. So let's have a look. I really like the helmet. That is the one thing that you are drawn to in this figure, is the helmet. The way that it's got eyes here, it looks scary, you know, it's meant to be that way. You've got along down here, you've got his kind of like his version of the transport pod thing. I don't think I've ever seen him use it in the series. It's always the key that he has. And then you've got the kind of armor plated going here. This kind of reminds me much of, how do I say, the Psycho Rangers. That's what it is. So you can see like the little like silver kind of dots, which kind of look like it's metal, as in like it's meant to be there, if you know what I mean, like kind of like it's being put in place. I don't know. Let me know what you know. Let me know down in the comments what you think I mean, because I think it's like rivets and stuff like that. So when we come to his arms, I really like the silver. It kind of bleeds in really well over the kind of elbow joints, and then you've got reds going down there. I really like this, I say, armor. Now obviously we've got his morpher here, which looks kind of spot on, and it actually looks pretty decent. There's a lot of detail that they've put in. You've got his belt, that's fine. It would be kind of cool if it was like the Go Buster one, or like you know, like the Beast Morphers. That's what I think it'd look cool, but for what it is, it's not bad. It kind of reminds me of Batman, where you've got the utility. Now obviously he's got leather pants here, and it's fine. Not happy that he hasn't got articulation down there properly. It's just standing up, because I would love to put this figure in different poses so he looks cool in combat. If they do a Lightning Collection version, that would be amazing. So we've got the kind of like leather pants here that you can see, and then obviously you've got his boots. On the back, it's all fully painted, so you can see there's detail along the helmet. There's some blemishes, but for what you get, I'm not really kind of that bothered. I thought these parts here would be painted. Still kind of blends in and looks kind of nice. This kind of reminds me of like an Easter egg that you get, like the Smarties ones, or just Easter egg general type, which is fine. Now one thing I will notice here is this part here. This would have been perfect if he had articulation, if he could bend over. That would have been perfect, but it just feels like they've sealed it up. And again, you got some more markings. So everything on the back is kind of painted, which is fine. And then you've got these kind of stripes here and here, which is good. Let's have a quick look at the articulation. Now I know there's not much in this figure. The boots don't move, which is a bit of a shame, but that would be kind of cool. But yeah, so his legs kind of do that. It feels kind of easy, like straight away, where the other Rangers were a bit kind of harder on it. His legs move up and down. I didn't realize this here was soft plastic. That's actually kind of cool. So you can see that his legs move. like that. There's no kind of bending in there, which is a big shame because that would have been really cool. Oh, this is kind of soft plastic. Oh, that's awesome. So you can go all the way around if you want it to. Clicks up like that. No articulation in the hand. Again, would have been cool if it was, but not. So arm moves up like that, and the head does turn around. You just have to kind of move it like so. So yeah, that's actually not too bad. Not much in it. Oh, head can move up and down. So again, that kind of works well with kind of posing. Kind of almost finish off this figure until we go to the sounds. This is his weapon. Well, we got two weapons. So his kind of sword looks really nice. It's painted, which I generally think is a good thing because sometimes you don't normally get any like paint on figures, on the weapons at least. So this is really cool. I like the fact that there's detail on it. It's just not a normal slim plastic, which we would have seen from Bandai. So it really works well. I really love the hilt. It's a nice sword. And then here is the kind of evil cheetah blaster. I wonder if we're going to get that in the series, if it's kind of like a nod saying like, yes, he has it, or if this wasn't just meant to be an evil version of the Ranger. So you see he's got a red handle, here is red, and then you got red in the eyes, and on the other side is exactly the same. So they've not just kind of left it. You can see how much detail they've put in, which I really like. I really like this one. I think this is awesome, and I can't wait to see if it turns up in the show or not. Morpher. It's on. Let's put the key in. I've got a feeling it's going to be exactly the same as the other.
I'm not a real human. I'm much better. I'm the better Red Ranger. I'm not a real human. I'm much better. Not today, Rangers. I'm the better Red Ranger. The Morphex is mine. I'm not a real human. I'm much better. Not today, Rangers. The Morphex is mine. I'm the better Red Ranger.
Yeah, exactly what I kind of thought. Let's turn it off. Exactly what I kind of thought on this one is I generally thought that this would have different sounds. I'm a little bit let down on it, but I wasn't kind of expecting much from it. It would have been cool if you didn't get the Green Ranger key, that you got something different. Maybe that's the Red Ranger one that you got. That would have made more sense at the time, but hey, you know, it's okay. So looking at this one though, I really like the fact that it's meant to be kind of like an evil cheetah. Just the way that it, like, just the color blends really, really well. And then you've got like even there underneath, that is really, really cool. So when adding it, so you can actually have it out like that, and then you can add it to the Ranger. So if you wanted to, you could have it just there, and it kind of adds to him a little bit. I think that's cool. But what you can do is if you do take them out, if you do take it out, you can move the key like that way. Now, I don't know if that's going to stop the figure. So let's have a look. So when you attach it to the figure, yeah, it looks even cool like that. You know, it adds a little bit more life to it. But yeah, like this could be the power up. I hope this is a power up later on, because I think that one would be awesome. And there we go, Ranger Nation. There is Blaze. Now I've got to admit, I really do like this figure. I think it's a great one, and it adds to like the rest of them. I'm glad I've got wave one. But one thing I will say is I really wish that for these particular ones that they gave him more articulation. It would work so well that you could pose them in many different ways rather than just the standard legs that you get with, like, say, a bad guy. I generally wish that they went for the next wave, maybe after wave 3, the next one, they would actually have more articulation, or if they re-released them. But so far, I think that this looks really, really cool. I'm glad that I've got it. I'm going to pose them all in really cool positions and add them to my collection. But now adding it to the rest, I'm really, really glad. So it's just awesome. So Ranger Nation, let me know what you would think about this figure. Would you get him, yes or no? Pop your comments down in the comments below. And if you like this video, like, favorite, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Hit that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And as always, Ranger Nation, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.